Hello YouTube, this is Pacific Military Contractors Airsoft Team again, and this time we'll be doing a review on the ICS SIG 552. This is the box that it comes in. It is rather flashy, and it is actually licensed by Swiss Arms. That's good. It has a lot of warning stuff and other things on the side. Not really too important though. When you open up your box, you will find the instruction manual, and because it is by Cybergun, licensed by Cybergun, you're gonna get this shitty instruction manual. The ones by ICS are a lot better, but hey, should come with 2 magazines in here, and they are about 500 round high cap, so that's good. It will also come with a PEQ unit that is really small actually, and you can only fit a certain kind of nunchuck battery or a certain kind of LiPo in there. Also included will be some BBs, about 1,000 of them, which should be here. And yeah, so let's get this off to the side. And here's the gun. As you can see, we have a barrel extension and a bipod on here right now. That doesn't come with the gun, so you don't think it does. The externals are really nice. The gun costs about we got it for 200 bucks, but now they've raised the price to about 250 or so. And so yeah, the entire body is stamped steel. It's really sturdy. It actually is really thin, but since it's steel, it doesn't bend or flex at all. The hand grips in the front, the pistol grip in the back, and then the stock are all polymer. They're made of really nice plastic, and they feel really nice. Alright, so let's start in the rear. For the stock, the butt pad is texturized and is rubber. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but yeah. It has a sling mount right here. It works really well. I would trust it. It's molded into the stock. And yeah, the button to fold the stock over is right here. And you just push it in and fold it over. It'll fold over onto the other side, and it'll lock onto this knob on the lower hand guard. It's going to be really tight, and it's going to stay there. It's not going anywhere at all. In fact, even if you hold the gun by it, it won't come out. So yeah, pulling it off is even harder. It's really tight on there, and that's good. It's not going to go anywhere. You can just hit it back into place, and everything's good. The rear sight is the European drum style sight. It's very similar to MP5s and other European guns. So you can get that on there right there. You can rotate it like so, and it's got 4 different apertures. You can adjust it left and right and up. And yeah, the front sight is also adjustable as a flip-up white dot right there. Alright, the next part is the bolt. This is probably the worst part about this gun. The inner bolt itself is actually made of plastic. It would have been nicer if they made it out of metal, but it is plastic. It does work though for what it's supposed to, and you know, it gets the job done. ICS sadly has tried to make this as real as the real one, and they have included the actual functioning bolt lever detaching lever here. And so when you pull on that, the bolt lever will come out. The major problem is that when you use the gun's bolt catch, you lock this all the way back. The bolt catch is on this side right here. And when you use it, your bolt can come out. So if you do that on the field, you're going to lose your bolt handle. You can put some glue in here or epoxy putty. That's what I did for quite some time, and it worked fine. But it recently broke, and so yeah. You can buy replacement ones. They're about $5, so no big deal. They do make top rails that fit right here for the SIG. They're universal, and they run about $20 or so. I personally don't have one, but you know, it's a good idea. The selector switch is another big complaint. It's kind of stiff, And even after I've used some silicone oil and grease, it still is pretty stiff. It doesn't really click into place too well, except for on semi and safe. But over time, that should get worn in a bit more. I've only used this gun a couple times, and so it's relatively new. The trigger guard underneath folds over to either side in case you're using big gloves, and that's wonderful because I use big gloves sometimes and it's really handy. The mag release is very similar to the AK style. However, to put in a mag, it's kind of similar to the AK style, and it's a little bit different. You have to feed it in through the magazine well first. You can't just put it in and roll it, or else it's going to look like that, and it won't feed. You have to insert it in deeper, and oops, sorry, and then roll it in. So it's kind of like a G36 and a AK/G3 combined as far as magazines go. The magazine really it's awesome. It clamps together with other mags, and it feeds pretty nicely. Battery installation and space on this gun utterly sucks, but that's because it's a SIG 552, not because it's made by ICS. So to do that, what you want to do is punch out this pin right here, and it's going to stay right there. I mean, you can take it out, but you don't need to. You can stay right there. You're going to pull back on the lower handguard, and then swing the top one up, like so. That's going to come off, and you're going to have access to your battery compartment right here. It will come with an automotive fuse, which is better than the standard cylinder type, and these quick detach wire connectors right here. So if you want to wire this to the outside, I would highly suggest so. Yeah, just because the battery space is so limited. I mean, you've got like the tiny ass battery compartment in this thing, but it will not fit the standard 8.4 volt type battery, so keep that in mind. You're going to have to get some kind of LiPo stick type or LiPo nunchuck to fit in here. To reassemble it, just do the opposite of putting it on, and the last thing should be sliding this forward and then pushing the pin all the way through. Do this. There we go. It will come with 3 rails on here. I've taken this one off momentarily. I can't remember why, but I did. And yeah, they're standard 20mm and they work fine. The barrel is 14mm counterclockwise threaded, and as you can see, it fits all kinds of accessories. We've got this barrel attachment and bipod and clamp mount right here. I believe this is a Mad Bull PS90 barrel extension, and we have a longer tight bore barrel in here just to bring the accuracy up a bit. Something I forgot to mention earlier are the trademarks, which is another thing that is great about this gun. Let's see if we can get these on camera. Right there it says restricted for law enforcement / government use and or export only, and it's got the selectors markings all nicely done. On the front sight, I mean the rear sight, my bad, it's got all the adjustment colored in, all the adjustment things colored in, which is kind of cool. And then on this side, it says SIG Arms Incorporated, Exeter NHSAN, made in Switzerland, caliber .223 Remington, Ors 556 NATO, and it has your serial number and gun type down here. So yeah, overall, this is a great gun for CQB, and I would highly suggest you get it if you're an indoor player. It has a lower FPS of about 330 or so, so I would suggest you do not take this out to Woodland unless you upgrade the spring. Anyway, this gun is for sale, and it is a great gun. I wouldn't be going any lower than about 150 or so. So leave a comment in the comment section, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.